I got shorter while we were gone.
Your legs got cut off, or maybe that kid punched you in the chest so hard, your legs shrunk up into your fucking body. Alright, let's get into this shit. This kid just fucking murdered somebody. I want to see what's happening.
Really did though.
So Skitten's featured in Internet Historian shit. We're super excited. I cooked a bomb-ass dinner.
And this kid just killed a kid.
This kid killed a kid.
Yes. Everyone is looking at Jeff now. The parents, the crying kids, even Troy and Keith.
So they were there the whole time?
Everyone, yeah, the parents were there. Well, except for the parents that ran out.
I was about to say, I thought they ran out. That's why they didn't stop him from killing this other kid.
Only some of the parents ran out, I guess.
The other parents just stayed where he killed a kid.
The other parents just stayed while he got thrown from room
to room. Nobody caught him, nothing. That's why he drew them in, because they were fucking there.
Although they easily break from their gaze and point their guns at Jeff. Jeff sees the guns trained on him and runs for the stairs. As he runs, Troy and Keith let out fire on him.
No, he did outrun guns.
Missing. Jeff runs up the stairs. He hears Troy and Keith follow up behind as they let out their final rounds of bullets. Jeff ducks into the bathroom. He grabs the towel rack and rips it off the wall. Troy and Keith race in, knives ready. Troy swings his knife at Jeff, who backs away and bangs the towel rack into Troy's face.
Clank.
Troy goes down hard, and now all that's left is Keith. He's more agile than Troy, though, and ducks when Jeff swings the towel rack. He dropped the knife and grabbed Jeff by the neck. He pushed him into a wall. A thing of bleach fell down on top of him from the top shelf. It burned both of them, and they started to scream. Jeff wiped his eyes as best he could. He pulled back the towel rack and swung it straight into Keith's head. As they lay there, bleeding to death, he let out an ominous smile.
"What's so funny?"
asked Jeff. Keith pulled out a lighter.
It's bleach, you
switched
idiot!
it on.
What is that gonna do?
"What's funny," he said, "is that you're covered in bleach and alcohol." Jeff's eyes widened as Keith threw the lighter at him. As soon as the flame made contact with him, the flames ignited the alcohol.
Oh, that's right, 'cause he had vodka.
While the alcohol burned him, the bleach bleached his skin. Get it?
Bleached his
Jeff let out a
skin.
terrible screech as he caught on fire. He tried to roll out the fire, but it was no use. The alcohol had made him into a walking inferno.
Okay.
He ran down the hall and fell down the stairs.
On fire.
Everybody started screaming as they saw Jeff, now a man on fire, drop to the ground, nearly dead.
You would just be
The
dead.
last thing Jeff saw was his mother and the other parents trying to extinguish the flame. That's when he passed out.
Oh my god. Oh my
When Jeff
god.
woke, he had a cast wrapped around his face. He couldn't see anything, but he felt a cast on his shoulder and stitches all over his body. He tried to stand up, but he realized that there was some tube in his arm, and when he tried to get up, it fell out, and a nurse rushed in. Okay, it's a sexy nurse.
"I don't think you can get out of bed just yet."
She said as she put him back in bed and reinserted.
Oh, that's you! You're the sexy nurse. I forgot the whole time. Me too. It's you.
And up, but he realized that there was some tube in his arm, and when he tried to get up, it fell out, and a nurse rushed in. Okay, it's a sexy nurse.
"I don't think you can get out of bed just yet."
She said as she put him back in.
Just to be clear, I could not recreate that moment if I tried.
Bed and reinserted the tube. Jeff sat there with no vision, no idea of what his surroundings were. Finally, after hours, he heard his mother. "Honey, are you okay?" she asked.
Fucking nailed it, dude.
Jeff couldn't answer them. His face was covered, and he was unable to speak. "Oh, honey, I have great news. After all the witnesses told the police that Randy confessed to trying to attack you, they decided to let you go." This made Jeff almost bolt up, stopping halfway. remembering the tube coming out of his arm.
Right.
Bless that tube. He'll be out by tomorrow, and then the two of you will be able to be together
Okay,
again.
but I'm fucked
Jeff's
up,
mother
Mom.
hugs Jeff. It's the most
So they're not going to talk about the fact that he killed
fucking
somebody?
4 words I've ever read. How about his mother hugged him? Jeff's mother hugs Jeff and says her goodbyes to Jeff. The next couple of weeks were those where Jeff was visited by his family,
Thanks.
which is to say, Jeff's family. They came to the day where his bandages were to be removed. His family were all there to see it, what he would look like. As the doctors unwrapped the bandages from Jeff's face, everyone was on the edge of their seats. They waited until the last bandage holding the cover over his face was almost removed.
Let's hope for the best,
said the doctor. He quickly pulls the cloth, letting the rest fall from Jeff's face. Jeff's mother screams at the sight of his face. Liu and Jeff's dad stare awestruck at his face.
What happened to my face?
Jeff said. He rushed out of bed and
Okay,
ran
here
to
we
the
go.
bathroom.
Oh my
He looked in the mirror and saw the cause of the distress. His face.
What the fuck is this?
It's horrible. His lips were burnt to a deep shade of red. His face was turned into a pure white color, and his hair singed from brown to
Sir,
black.
your
That's
hair
another
would
thing.
not-
He
that
slowly
wouldn't
put his
happen.
hand to his face. It had a sort of leathery
Touch
feel
my
to
face.
it now.
Touch
He
my
looked back
own
at his
face.
family, then back at the mirror. Jeff, said Liu. It's not that bad,
Not
You a
that
whole
bad.
ass
said
liar.
Jeff.
It's perfect.
His family were equally surprised. Jeff started laughing uncontrollably. His parents noticed that his left eye and hand were twitching. Oh, Jeff, are you okay?
No.
Okay, I've never felt more happy. Ha! Look at me. This face goes perfectly with me.
He stroked his face, feeling it, looking at it in the mirror.
So
What caused all this?
stupid.
Well, you may recall that when Jeff was fighting Randy, something in his mind, his sanity specifically, snapped.
Yeah.
Sanity
Now, he
specifically.
was left as a crazy killing machine. However, his parents didn't know that,
Right.
Oh,
Doctor.
right, yeah.
said Jeff's mum.
A
my
quote-unquote crazy
son-
killing machine that didn't kill the dude that set him on fire.
Not yet.
But I'm just saying, why didn't you kill him before he set you on fire? Why'd you let him make you ugly first?
Baby, he was armed with a towel rack. Come on, give him some credit. He gave it a really good go.
All right, in the head.
Oh yes, this behavior is typical for patients that have taken very large amounts of painkillers. If his behavior
He's
doesn't
high.
change in a few weeks, bring him back here and we'll give him a psychological test.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. Jeff's mother went over to Jeff. Jeff, sweetie, it's time to go. Jeff looks away from the mirror, his face still formed into a kind of crazy smile.
Okay, mommy. Ha 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 ha.
His mother took him by the shoulder and took him to get his clothes,
This is what came in.
said the lady at the desk. Mom looked down to see the black dress pants and white hoodie her son wore. Now they were clean of blood and stitched together.
Who
They
did that
took the
shit?
clothes. They got burned in the fucking fire and cleaned them of all the blood and vodka and bleach and cut out the burned bits.
Me, I
And
did that
sti-
shit. Okay.
Fuck's sake. Jeff's mother led him into a room and made him put his clothes on. Then they left, not knowing that this was their final day of life.
Yo, what?
Okay.
Done. Later that night, Jeff's mother woke to a sound coming from the bathroom. It sounded as if someone was crying. She slowly walked over to see what it was. When she looked into the bathroom, she saw a horrendous sight. Jeff had taken a knife and carved a smile into his cheeks. Jeff, what are you doing?
That's what you would say? You would just ask him what he was doing?
Asked his mother. Jeff looked over to his mother.
I couldn't keep smiling, mommy. It hurt after a while. Now I can smile forever.
Jeff's mother noticed his eyes, ringed in black. Jeff, your eyes! His eyes were
He
seemingly
cut his
never
own
closing.
eyelids off.
I couldn't see my face. I got tired and my eyes started to close. I burnt out the eyelids so I could forever see myself, my new face.
Jeff's mother slowly started to back away, seeing that her son was going bananas.
What's wrong, Mommy? Aren't I beautiful?
Yes, son, she said. Yes, you are. Let me go get Daddy so he can...
Yeah, just real quick.
She ran into the room and shook Jeff's dad from his sleep. Honey, get the gun. She stopped as she saw Jeff in the doorway, holding a knife.
Mommy, you lied.
That's the last thing they hear as Jeff rushes them with the knife, gutting both of them. His brother Liu woke up, startled by some noise. He didn't hear anything else, so he just shut his eyes and tried to go back to sleep. But as he was on the border of slumber, he got the strangest feeling that someone was watching.
Right.
He looked up. Before Jeff's hand covered his mouth, he slowly raised the knife, ready to plunge it into Liu. Liu thrashed here and there, trying to escape Jeff's grip.
Just go to sleep.
To be continued.
Wait, what?
No, probably not.
He said no, probably not.
What? That's how it ends?
There you have it, folks.
That cannot be how it ends.
I don't think you can get out of bed just yet.
Yeah.
You see how that wasn't the same? You see, like, just lacks the oomph.
That was good.
I'm in an science video.
That was good.
This was like, I feel like this was even better done than the My Immortal.
I mean, the My Immortal was like, wasn't that just a fucking massive project though? And written so poorly.
Just so badly.
Yeah.
This one wasn't written like the best.
It was pretty bad.
But it wasn't written as badly as My Immortal.
Yeah.
You know? There were no references. There were no fourth wall breaks. Okay? No references to the author in the work. So that was good.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. It was just, this was just so bad when you see it animated like this. It really does make it good.
I love that he used Mark Zuckerberg though. That was
Perfect.
That was perfect. Thank you for featuring me in your video, Internet Historian. That is so exciting.
I'm so proud of you. That's so great.
Thank you.
You did great.
Thank you. And yeah, if anybody needs me to voice a sexy nurse or an administrative assistant, let me know. Okay? Because apparently I have a resume now. Peace out, hope it's Skitten Lit.